Bonjour les amis, on se retrouve pour la suite de Stanley Parable.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Donc bon, je sais pas là.
Decided to go to the meeting room.
Je vois pas
Perhaps he
qu'est-ce qu'on
missed a
peut
memo.
faire d'autre comme fin. Je voulais bien voir, je voulais bien re-aller
When Stanley came to a set of two open,
Je
this
voulais
was
bien
not the
re-aller
correct way to the meeting room, and
à l'endroit de
Stanley
la,
knew it
de la
perfectly
plateforme.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley
la
for the
plateforme,
foot,
c'est
but
là-bas.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
On peut pas descendre. Je crois pas. Hein. Quand on descend, je meurs comme tout à l'heure. Donc tout à l'heure on est allé là.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult. But the fact is that the story has
Attendez,
been about
je vais quand même
nothing
check
but
vite
you
fait. Je vais re-aller là
all this time.
et je vais essayer d'aller dans la
There's
porte
someone you've
rouge.
been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to
Voilà,
you?
tu vois, il va nous demander
I
de
don't
prendre
know
quelle
how
porte.
to
Je vais prendre la
convince
porte
you of
rouge.
this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your
On va
side.
prendre la rouge.
Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Allez, on prend la porte rouge.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Et voilà, c'est la fin. Ok. What?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
Holy shit, just holy
stay
shit.
right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Eh bien, on mourra, hein. Ok.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
On est obligé de sauter? Ah! Eh ben non, je suis pas mort.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room? There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Voilà, j'arrête de bouger. Allez, ça on se rebat. On fait quoi?
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
On va se suicider les gens.
No, what do you do? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Parce qu'on est des fous. On va sauter. Ouais.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Voilà, on n'a pas de suicide.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Et voilà, donc bon. Je sais pas si ce que ça aurait fait si je serais resté. Et du moins, voilà, on a fait. J'étais sûr qu'on pouvait faire une autre fin.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire d'autre? Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire d'autre? Est-ce qu'on pourrait désamorcer la bombe à gauche? Non, je pense pas.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Je voulais.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
De la plateforme avant, et après on va aller dans le bureau.
Stanley felt lightheaded.
Et avant, le truc de la femme, là, du téléphone, moi je l'ai décroché tout de suite. Et si je décrochais pas le téléphone, ça ferait quoi, hein? Donc on va juste voir ça.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alors on va y aller.
Look, Stanley, I
J'ai envie
think
d'aller en bas,
on
mais
the wrong
on va en bas, on
foot here.
meurt.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Alors on décroche pas.
That's
Voilà.
her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Alors, si on décroche pas le
If you can
téléphone.
truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Non, moi je décroche pas le téléphone. Voilà, c'est tout. C'est tout. Non, je décroche pas le téléphone. Moi je débranche
As
ça.
Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Voilà, y a quoi?
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone, he's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't
Tu m'as fait bloquer là. Hein?
On earth are you
Tu m'as
making
appelé
meaningful choices? Wait a
pour.
second. No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game
Bon, il va
for a
arrêter de parler.
so we can educate you properly on safe
Bon,
decision-making.
ce qui est dommage dans ce jeu, c'est que
in the
quand même tout
real
n'est pas
world. Please observe
traduit
this
en
helpful
français.
instructional
Vous,
video.
d'accord. Voilà comme. What?
Choice. It's the best part of being a real
Twice.
But if used incorrectly, it can also be the most dangerous.
C'est quoi
For example,
cette bande-annonce
in
de
this
merde?
scenario, a hypothetical real
Voilà.
person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
Je
Or
vois
he
pas,
could
je
systematically
ne
set
vois
fire to
pas le
every
rapin.
orphan
Dites-moi le
within a
rapin.
30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember,
I will
that
catch
unlike
and
here,
donate.
the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a
I
choice
will burn
that does
you.
not conform to
2
rational
plus 4
logic.
égale 27.
If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Practice.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a
Ouais,
healthy
j'ai perdu
decision-making process. Most
Bon,
medical
bah, si tu veux,
professionals recommend making at least 8
normal,
choices
avec un
per
crocodile.
day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Si tu veux.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Holy
Not
shit.
to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
On va retourner en arrière. Je regarde hein, si on peut pas... On n'a pas trop le choix.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible.
Je veux sauter. Je veux sauter. Je veux sauter.
Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Je veux sauter. Non, laissez-moi sauter. Vas-y là. Je peux pas sauter là. Ici là. Putain. À mon avis, je suis obligé d'y aller. Hein. C'est fermé de toute façon. C'est pas l'heure de marcher.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Traverser celle de gauche, et non.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Holy shit. C'est un endroit de vraiment... Just what the fuck. Bon. Je crois qu'on est obligé d'aller à gauche. Ça change rien.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Je peux pas passer là, aller en face.
I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Non, non, non. Vas-y là. Pourquoi tu arrêtes le jeu comme ça là? What the hell?
Oh, I'm here.
Le bruit,
I'm still here.
t'es chelou.
Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
C'est un peu chelou, cette fin. Hein.
My story.
Toutes les autres fins d'ailleurs.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On va prendre celle de droite.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
What?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Je m'en bats les couilles, je vais à droite.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Bon, on va aller à
That
gauche.
means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm
Si
quite
mes
sure
ordres,
you'll
il
be
n'y aura
up
pas
to
de
the
problème.
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Bon, on va regarder ce qu'il y a à gauche. Dans l'autre sens, c'est pas réouvert. Oh, on peut pas ouvrir ces trucs.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Bon, les gens se suicident. Oh, le bâtard, il a fermé. Oh, putain. Alors, en fait, ils ont tout fait en sorte que je ne suicide pas. En fait, c'est un bâtard. C'est un gros bâtard. Ce mec. Bon. Normalement, là-haut, il y a un petit truc jaune, là. Je sais pas, hein, je crois. Hein. Non, mais je crois que c'était pas comme ça avant. Non, mais what the fuck? C'était quoi ça? Non, mais attendez. Non, mais ça a changé, là.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Je suis obligé.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Ah, mais il est con, quoi. Je peux même pas parler. C'est juste un nez, quoi. Il rêve ou quoi?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Mais je peux pas en parler, t'es con quoi.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do...
Non mais je peux pas le faire.
It's pretty humiliating to bring you
T'es
this
con.
far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
What?
When Stanley came to a set of doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please.
Non mais Zen, voilà, donc c'est la fin les gens. Voilà, c'est la fin.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
Donc bonjour les amis, donc c'est la fin de cette vidéo. Comme vous avez pu le voir, alors je sais pas, j'ai essayé de retranscrire ce que j'avais dit. À partir de 17 minutes 30, vers les 20-30, il y a un petit freeze on va dire. Et comme d'hab, j'ai mes petits bugs avec le logiciel que j'utilise. Et le logiciel est quand même en bêta, mais ça me permet de moins ramer. Et ça prend moins de place. Du coup, je vais continuer cette série. Donc on essaiera de faire les autres fins. Donc, j'espère que vous avez quand même apprécié cette vidéo. En tout cas, moi je kiffe. Enfin, je kiffe. Ce jeu il est pas mal. Il est tout de même pas mal. Et la diversité des fins, elle est vraiment. Enfin, ce jeu il nous offre tellement de fins que on n'est jamais lassé quoi. Bon, à un moment c'est sûr, ça sera fini mais bon. Donc voilà. Je sais plus ce que j'avais dit là, mais du moins là je voulais vérifier qu'il y avait rien. Du moins voilà. Donc j'espère que vous avez apprécié cette vidéo. Donc je me répète un peu, mais j'espère que vous avez apprécié cette vidéo. On se retrouve pour d'autres vidéos. Et d'ici là, portez-vous bien. Allez, ciao.
Voilà.
Oh, attends, j'ai ta tête. Je suis dans ta tête. Non.